Hello my beautiful people out there, and welcome back to my channel. And I know this is a very delayed video, and I do apologize up front. It's been very crazy lately in my life, so I'm just very happy that I wanted to take some time and kind of go over a update on my surgery. And currently right now I'm 18 weeks post-op, but I will go back into the recovery of between I would say 8 weeks all the way to 14 weeks, and the transition and what did I do to kind of keep maintaining my figure, my health, exercise. So it's just a little tips. So, and before I get into the details of my recovery update, I do want to say that if you're not into plastic surgery, please remove yourself out of the video immediately. I will talk about a lot of things, and if you're very opposed to that, just please let's be kind and empower everyone in this video and everyone that's watching us. If you guys have any questions, just make sure you guys put those questions in the comment section below, and I will answer them as fast as I can. All right, so let's get into it. Last video I did talk about the recovery experience review that I had while I was in Cali, Colombia. And if you guys haven't seen that video, I will link the video down below, and I will also link the recovery updates. I think I was about a good 6 weeks at that time that I did the video. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can go ahead and look at those too. So let's get right into it. I would say one of the most important things after surgery is pretty much keeping yourself and maintaining yourself as far as the eating habits. You know, if you guys don't know, I did get a tummy tuck and a lipo 360. And I didn't do my arms or my chin or my legs or anything like that. I did a full tummy tuck from hip to hip, and I did the liposuction all the way through my back and some in my sides and the stomach area. I do say that in my personal experience when I was in Colombia, the diet and the eating habits was very, very strict, and they do give you healthy food. I do think that it's once you come back to the States, it's so much harder to really, because you have a lot of temptations going on. So I do say that the best way to do is meal prep. And I know I cannot exhaust this around it, but meal prepping is probably going to be your lifesaver if you're not a person that eats healthy every day or is not used to. I do say that sugar and salt, anything dairy has it's a huge impact on your weight after surgery. You might have a really fast metabolism, but sometimes that does slow down if you go back to eating what you were eating before surgery. And I do think that some people miss that, and I don't think, sometimes we think, oh, I just got surgery, I can eat whatever I want, and yeah, you don't see the weight up front, but if you continue to do it, obviously you're going to start gaining weight. Another thing that I did also and still do, but not as much, is wearing my garment. Wearing my garment was a very, very religiously my number one priority, because I felt like that was helping me while I was wearing in my eating habits, while I was wearing my garment. And yes, I wore it all day. I didn't wear it at night, I believe, after the 8 weeks or so, 2 months, when I started going to the gym and start working out and exercise, and I will talk about that a little later. But I think that the garment really helped me kind of maintain that, because you're so tight, and your back is straight, everything is pretty much in control and tight. So I personally didn't have the appetite that, if I was to take off my faja. So that's one of the other things. So another note on the wearing your garment, I would say that between your 8 weeks to 14 weeks, you have to wear your faja every single day. I will say that because that kind of helped me until I had the control of my eating habits. So I think it's important that you kind of choose, okay, and sometimes I needed to wear it because if I was to take it off completely, I will get very, very swollen, and it was very bad. So wearing your garment is very important to kind of, maintain yourself, maintain your figure, and it's just kind of, you have a better control of your eating habits. So, and I have a notepad, I'm writing all this stuff down. I will say the massages, I did receive 10 massages over there, which was included in the package, and I will say how much everything cost. But when I came back, and I was about 4 weeks, I did have a massage every single week. And after that, I did every 2 weeks, and now I'm doing just monthly, or if I need. But I do say that for the lipo and the tummy tuck, it's really gonna help when you do body sculpting, just because it can give you that, hourglass shape if that's what your desires. But that was my personally what I wanted, and I'm just keeping and maintaining it and going to get massages. So it kind of helps me to maintain myself and keep my figure. For scarring, I know I did receive that question. For my tummy tuck scarring, I am using Mederma, and I've been using it ever since after surgery. I started using it. I think you're not able to use Mederma after you're about 2 weeks because you have your drains and all that. But I started using it after the second week of surgery because I didn't have my stitches anymore. They had removed it. So just wait for your stitches to completely close, so that way you can use the scarring gel, and you're not using it before and all that gets inside there. So just make sure you just keep your scar closed, and then afterwards you can use your gel. So that's on that. So the cost of the surgery was about $6,095, and that included the recovery house, the meals, 10 massages, 2 garments, 1 for nighttime and 1 for daytime, included medications, hospital insurance, and hospital procedure, and I think that's pretty much it. I did pay for 3 extra massages, which I think they were $25 each, and it lasted about 15 to 20 minutes. But other than that, everything else was extra. If you want to take, stuff for medications, you can. They also have options for you to order medications or any hygienes, food, supermarkets in an application. You just have to ask your host in the recovery house if you are going to Colombia, is make sure that they give you the right address so you can put it on the app. Another thing I wanted to touch base on the address of where your recovery house is that for me, when I enter the country in customs, they ask for the physical address of the recovery house. So I just wanted to say that up front, and this is aside from this. Make sure you make sure you have the physical address of where you're going to be staying at, because for me, they did ask me, which is kind of rare. They didn't. The recovery house never really told me. Maybe they did and I forgot, but I just wanted to put that out there just in case if you guys, are planning to go. Other than that, right now I am 18 weeks post-op, and honestly, Something that I am doing differently is not wearing my faja as much. I do have a waist trainer and I wear that once in a while for a couple of hours. But I feel like I still need to wear it every single day because it's just better for me, as far as posture and pain and back pain and all that. But I also will say I do work out every single day, and I do cardio, I lift weights. I did ask my doctor when can I actually lift weights, and he told me after the 8 weeks, so 2 months. And again, it's how your recovery is, but most likely it's between 8 to 10 weeks that you can start working out. Driving, I was driving as soon as 3 weeks, I think, just because I wanted to be very cautious about that. Go back to work, I did take a pretty good month off because I had to commute every day, but then I became remote, so it's not as bad. So if you are wanting to do surgery and you're wanting to know how many days you need to take off in another country, I was personally over there for 2.5 weeks, but I took a whole 2.5 weeks or whatever month off home because I wanted to recover and kind of get the hang of doing things, because it's very different. You have to be independent about it. All right, so I think that pretty much covers everything. If you guys have any questions as far as supplies, I do have a YouTube video, and I will link that down below. If you are not following me on my Instagram, I will link that on my personal and on my business. This top is called the Magnolia top, and I do have it available in our website. I think I have very low stock, so if you're interested, I do have this color and in black. And without further ado, I want to show you guys how my stomach looks.